Hi guys, so this video is about Filipinas can get divorced and remarried their foreigners. What a good news! I was chatting with a friend, and then we came to this. He asked me if we were talking about divorce in the Philippines, and I tried to explain without doing my research. Because since I'm from the Philippines, I know the law in the Philippines. Um, for what I understand before, it was you can only get there's no divorce. Vatican City and Philippines is the only sovereign nation that doesn't allow divorce. But in the Philippines, you can get annulment. Annulment will take a long time. What I heard is about 2 years to 5 years, and it will cost a lot of money. And then after the court approve your annulment, then you can remarry it. Okay, so that's what I understand, what I know the law before, but since I've been here in States for so long, things have changed. So I want to give the good news. I just when we were discussing this, I said I'm going to do my research, and then I found out what's going on. There's a new law that I'm not aware of, so I want to share it with the viewer. All right, we can read it together. Let me just make this smaller, and then we can pull this one up here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay. All right, so it's kind of small, but I'm going to read it to you. This is from House of Representative Bill on Divorce approved in the committee, referred to the House plenary for debate. This is dated August 17 of 2021, last year. The Philippine government announced that the bill proposing the legalization of divorce in the Philippines has been approved by the Committee on Population and Family Relation of the House of Representatives. So this is a Congress that approved that. We all know only Congress can approve a new law. And then, according to the announcement, the Philippines and the Vatican are currently the only two sovereign states in the world that still prohibit divorce. The announcement also explained that the approved bill will include the following ground that may be involved for filing for divorce. So are the ground that you can file for divorce. Is number one is a separation of the spouses for at least 5 years at the time of petition for divorce is filed. So you have to be separate for 5 years. And then the second was a gender reassignment surgery or transition from one sex to another one by the spouse. So if one of the spouse decided they want to change their gender, that will also be ground for filing a divorce. And then irreconcilable marital differences. So if you don't like let's say your husband snoring too loud, I don't know, if you have any irreconcilable marital differences, so you don't get along, the two of you. You can also, that's a good thing though, because a lot of things that end in divorce is you cannot get along. Why stay together if you can get along, right? You're only going to be fighting all the time, and then when you have kids involved, it's kind of difficult. So that's number 3. So number 4 is domestic or marital abuse. If there's either side, so that could also ground for divorce. And number 5 was a divorce decree obtained abroad by one of the spouses. So if let's say you were married to a foreigner, if the foreigner filed for if you're Filipina, you married to a foreigner, and then the foreigner decided, and then let's say the foreigner find another Filipina or another woman, and then he filed for divorce, then you are free. You're the Filipino. You are free. This is kind of a little bit complicated. I'm not sure if it goes both way, because what I'm trying to say is, what if the couple are both Philippine citizen? Are they allowed now? Because before they are not allowed. Before, it's only if Filipina or Filipino married a foreigner national. But this one, it just said a divorce decree obtained abroad by one of the spouses. Okay, so let me think about. So it was never changed. So I get, when I reread it now, I get it. So if you are both Filipino, and you went to Las Vegas, you want to file for divorce, that will not be counted. It will not be accepted as a ground, because you are both Filipino citizen. You are not allowed to file a divorce on a foreigner country. So if you're both Filipino, that is not allowed. You have to be one. Like, let's say if you're married to a foreigner, it doesn't matter if in the United States, Australia, or Hong Kong, or any country, or Korea. If the spouse will file a divorce, then you can because it said that a divorce decree obtained abroad by one of the spouses. All right, so opponent, it's the best is to consult a lawyer. I'm just reading this. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just reading this article. And then the opponent of this initiative include House Deputy. I'm not going to read to you, because this one is just about telling you, those. It's not kind of important. So I'm going to move on to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Give me 1 second. Let's go to the next one. All right, so this is good. This one, I like this one. This one is like a question and answer. Right here is that just a lot of kind of give you like a. It's a question and answer. Like, okay, the number one was I'm a former Filipino citizen. I got married also to a Filipino citizen in a church wedding in Manila. That is 1995. I migrated to the United States sometime in October of 1996. I became a natural American citizen in 2004. I divorced my Filipino wife after I became a U.S. citizen. Do I still need to file a petition for annulment of marriage before the Philippines? And the answer is no. Okay? So I'm just going to tell you the no, and then you can because otherwise this video is going to be very long. He said no, there is no need to file the petition. All right, so you can check out this article too if you want. You can see that from the from this. Maybe I put a link down below. And then the second question was I'm a former Filipino citizen married to a Filipino citizen. I have recently obtained a degree of absolute divorce of my marriage in the Philippines from a circuit court of Cook County, Chicago, Illinois. Do I still need to file an annulment? Again, the answer is no. A former Filipino citizen. So that means he's already either American citizen or a green card holder. No, he got to be American citizen. So the third question was, recently I went to the local civil registrar in Quezon City to record in my marriage contract. the decree of absolute divorce, which I obtained from Baltimore County Circuit Court in United States. I told them that I am no longer a Filipino citizen when I obtained the degree of absolute divorce, but the local civil registrar refused to record my divorce without a court order from the Philippine court. What should I do? The local civil registrar correctly refused to annotate your divorce decree. So you had to come from from the Philippines. This one is good. I'm gonna read this one to you. What if my ex-wife, who is a Filipina, was the one who obtained a divorce before American court? Is divorce valid? Is she entitled to remarry under Philippine law? This is good question, and the answer is no. The divorce obtained by your Filipino wife is not valid. She is not entitled to remarry because the divorce which was obtained by her American court is not recognized under Philippine law. Because she's a Filipino citizen, so the divorce that took place in United States, Philippines will not recognize that because of her status. If it was the foreigner who filed the divorce, then the Philippine court will accept that, but not from a Filipino citizen. Okay, so that is very good. All right, so another question was, my husband is legal permanent resident in California, just recently obtained a divorce in America. Is the divorce valid under Philippine law? Again, the answer is no. The divorce is not valid because he's a permanent resident. He's still not a citizen, so the divorce has to be under in the Philippines, has to be filed in the Philippines. You cannot, if as a Filipino citizen, you cannot file a divorce outside the country, and the Philippines will not recognize that. But if it's your spouse, a foreigner spouse who filed the divorce, then Philippines will accept that, will recognize that. Okay, so that is that. I thought that was a very good article. Let's move to the next one. I got more. 1 second. Move to the next one. Okay, so this one is remarried in the Philippines. You can remarry right now in the Philippines. Let's say you're Filipina, and your husband, your Filipino husband left you, and then you have not heard from. It's happened a lot. I mean, I've seen a lot from from the other bloggers. I always wonder why is so many single Filipina. They try to find foreigners, and the reason because a lot of time is because of poverty or some marital extramarital affair. Sometimes the men will because they will go out like over work as an OFW, which is Filipino Filipino worker, OFW. They will be working in another country and be contracted for like let's say a couple of years. When you are away from your family, sometimes you get very lonely, and then you're going to meet other people, and then sometimes one lead to another, and before you knew it, you're having affair with another person, another woman. So that's what happened. There's a lot of time, and then once they out somewhere, they having they become they cheat on their wife, and sometimes they never go back to their wife, and they just leave the wife with a lot of kids. It was very sad things. So if that happened, if they just don't show up after 4 years, you can file consider that as a presumptive of death. We never heard, we don't know what happened. Maybe he died somewhere. Nobody know. So after 4 years, you can, as a Filipina, you can file for a divorce, or is it considered divorce or annulment? I think I think you can file for, this one. 1 second, let me just go see if I can find it. All right. So yeah, this one I'm not so sure if it's you can file for a divorce or annulment. But after 4 years, you can do that, unless I see. It said your spouse has been missing for 4 consecutive years. You have a well-founded that. Hold on, 1 second. Yeah, you have a well-founded belief that your absentee spouse is dead. You have excess third great effort to locate your absentee spouse and to establish contact. You have filed a summary proceeding for the declaration of presumptive death of the absent spouse. You wish to remarry it. Okay, so after 4 years, because sometimes the husband was on the vessel. They are working like as a fisherman, and that job is very tough. Sometimes they can go overboard by accident, and nobody know what happened. So that's why they have this law. And then the other things that you can remarry in the Philippines is a divorce from an alien spouse. If you are a Filipina and you were married to a foreigner, and you can file for divorce, and then you can remarry it. You can file for divorce and remarry it again. Yeah, that's what it said right here. You can obtain a divorce, and you can get remarried. And then another one is the civil annulment. Yeah, that's right. The annulment, like I was saying, after you file the annulment, you can also get remarried. So, yeah, that's a good news. It's not, it's not been talking about. I don't know why. I'm sure a lot, it's going to be a surprise to a lot of foreigners, or even to the Filipina. Maybe they didn't know that, maybe they're getting sick of their of their foreigners, or their partner, their spouse. Maybe there's a drinking problem, or a womanizer, or something like that. And they didn't know that they can file for annulment, or or divorce right now. So I cannot believe that Philippines and the Vatican City is the only state that doesn't allow it. But now it's changing. So Philippines now will allow people to get divorced in the Philippines and remarried. So bravo, Congress, Philippine Congress, bravo for doing that. Okay, so I think that's it. I don't want to make it too long. So let me know your thought on this video. Are you happy to know that you can you can file divorce in the Philippines and remarry? Let me know if you're a Filipina or you're a foreigner, you're looking for a Filipina. Let me know. Please comment below. Thank you again for watching. Take care and stay safe, and God bless. Bye bye now.